Hey young legends, welcome back to the channel. So I think today just doing a bit of a mow on the back here. I think we're going to get some granular fertilizer out on the putting green over there and do a bit of work on that area. So let's get the camera over there, start hooking in over there, and we'll get into it, eh? All right, so let's have a bit of a look at this putting green. So this is our T31 putting green. This little spot here is where Dave took the sample from, so it's coming back. But yeah, overall, we haven't done anything, to be honest, with the putting green other than mowing. So we're still cutting at 4 mil. Hasn't had a granular feed in, I can't even remember. It's got to be maybe May, I would say. So other than regular mowing, and even that, it hasn't been that regular, I wouldn't say. So, but yeah, I think what we might do is we'll give this a bit of a tickle with the MowMaster Verti cutter, give it a mow. So it'll probably scalp a little bit in that mow. I won't change the height of cut. It'll still be a 4 mil height of cut, but we'll just give it a light tickle with the MowMaster Verti, thin it out a little bit, and then we'll get some of our LawnPride Maintain Mini Prill fertilizer down. So a really good fertilizer for any of you guys with low cut turf. So we're talking, I'm gonna say 15 mil and under. Your Mini Prill fertilizer is the way to go. So love using the LawnPride Maintain Mini. It gets really good color. It tends to last for a long time as well. So you get really good value out of it. So, but yeah, we'll get this MowMaster Verti, give it a bit of thin out. I might even, the eco is over there in the trailer, might even bust out the eco, maybe throw a little bit of sand down. I'll see how keen I'm feeling. So but yeah, I'll give you a bit of an up close. There is a bit of dead plant material in the surface, so like I said, it hasn't had any love at all, to be honest. So let's get into it. Now this isn't a renovation. I don't have time to do a full renovation at the moment, too busy with work and stuff like that, but I just want to open things up a little bit in here, thin it out, because it may be a couple of months before I actually get to do a renovation on this area. So, so I'm not going to go super deep with the Verti cutter, just going to thin it out a little bit. So I'll just check our height now, get it to where I think will be pretty good. So normally what I do is I'll just wind our machine down, I'll set it to a height, come around to the front, just grab the blades, give them a bit of a turn, and just see how much that's going to tear up. So might go a little bit further down, maybe. Actually, come back up one. I think that's where we'll start. So whenever you're doing your Scarifying or Verti mowing, sometimes it's best just to throw your machine on, wind it down to where you think, give the blades a feel, see how much they're taking out, see how much they're ripping in. So especially, you know, if your machine doesn't have like a depth gauge or a height sort of thing. So, but we'll start there. If we need to, we'll wind it down a little bit further. What I'll probably do is I'll probably do most of this area around here. So we have our Sir Grange Zoysia putting green here, or the fringe, sorry. So we'll probably hit that as well. Give a bit of a tickle over along the shed there. It's pretty dry. Been struggling to keep up with the water. We are on town water here. I do have the rainwater tanks, but we haven't had any rain in probably, it's got to be 3 to 4 months, to be honest. It's been a long time since we've had a decent amount of rain. We've had the odd shower where you get 1 or 2 mil, but that's about it. No decent rain. So so currently all on town water, so it's costing a mint to keep this place irrigated. So the back's only been getting 1 to 2 waters a week. So yeah, things are really starting to dry out. So I won't be pulling the trigger on a full renovation yet. So, but let's get this fired up, start ripping a bit of material out. So I'll just show you this real quick. That's just 2 passes around the edge on the Sir Grange. I'll just show you like some of the plant material that comes out of it. Like, look at that, and that catcher. It's not full, but you see that there? It's a fair bit of material there, and you know, it still looks pretty good. Still pretty decent. Alright guys, so that's 3 passes over the putting green. Just show you what it's looking like. I might probably do 2 more, to be honest. I'm not going too deep, but you can see how much we've pulled out. Obviously a little bit of that is from the pass around the collar, but you can see, you know, the amount of dead plant material and stuff that's just built up over winter. This one's chockers. Look at all that dead plant material pulling out, and it's still pretty green. So we'll empty these catches, we'll do another 2 passes, we'll get the edges or the collar done as well. And then yeah, I think we might throw a bit of sand down before we throw our LawnPride Maintain mini prill fertilizer on this. Give it plenty of water and check back in probably 2 weeks and see how it looks. So, all right, let's empty these catches and get back into it. Old dump pile. I'll burn this one day. But just to show you how dry it is, guys, you look at this here, where it doesn't get any irrigation, it's just crispy dry, obviously all irrigated, but look at that, dry through there. Obviously where our septic is, but you look at this block behind us, it's just brown. You know, very, very dry here in Bundy at the moment, so I think it's going to be, you know, the last few seasons we've had challenges, I guess, because of how wet it's been. But I think at the moment, you know, you're going to have challenges with how dry it is. So I think soil wetters, getting your soil health right is going to be very important. So, all right, 2 more passes, same height, won't change my height, just 2 more passes, try and pull a little bit more out. I might actually go half a turn down, actually. I might go half a turn, see how it looks. Alright guys, verti mowing all done. We've done about 3 or 4 passes on the collar. So what I did, lately I haven't been mowing the collar any different than what the main area is. We've been mowing it with the triplex. The heads are set at 12 mil. But I think I'll top dress this whole area, or a bit of a light dusting, I guess. Somewhere between a dusting and a top dressing. Might just clean everything up, and then I might try and mow this a little bit lower with the walk behind mower again, like I used to do. We'll see how it goes. So, but if you look at this Zoysia, when I get my shadow out of the road, where we're going to go? Here we go. So we pulled a lot of material out of that. There's still, it's just flared everything up. Still plenty of green there, but we can sort of see down into our canopy, to our soil surface there. So most Zoysias, whether it be your Sir Grange or your Empire, your Nara, I find they got a really dense canopy. And as you start scarifying or verti mowing, as you start breaking that canopy open, you tend to pull more and more material out once you actually break through that canopy and open things right up. Whereas your green cooch, you can sort of, or your hybrids, you can bust into that pretty quick. So as you can see here, open that up pretty quick. So green had 5 passes. We went a little bit deep on that last one, so just to really thin it out. But yeah, we'll get the rotary mowers out, suck it all up, give it a mow with the cylinders, 4 mil for the putting green, and then the collar, we'll have a look, maybe 10 mil, something like that. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, let's take a look at where it's sitting. So what do? 4 mil triple cut on the green and 10 mil double cut, 2 passes on our fringe. You can see over here she's scalped right back, not much there. So the Zoysia's got a little bit of scalping in it, obviously, but yeah, I'm happy with that. It's sort of thinned it right out now, so I won't worry about going any lower. Like I said, I don't want to go too aggressive. I've probably already gone far enough, but I tend to you get started and you get a bit carried away and you keep going a little bit deeper, scope it a little bit lower. Like I said, this wasn't meant to be a full renovation or anything like that. Just wanted to open things up, get it top dressed, because like I said, I won't have a chance to do a renovation here for maybe, I don't know, 2 to 3 months maybe, once we get all our client stuff done. But yeah, green come up pretty good. We've got a few bits that have sort of taken it right back there to the crown of the plant. Yeah, we'll get this top dressed. Hopefully got enough sand, or maybe enough, maybe half a cube over there. But yeah, love thinning the grass out. And it's always like, it's got a lot of thatch in it and stuff like that, and your cylinder moles floating around, nothing better than just cleaning it, thinning it right out. Fresh start, plenty of water. That first couple of mows back is always the best. All right guys, so this is the Eco 250 top dress spreader. So we've got our fine brown sand. This is the sand we use for all our customers' lawns to top dress with. Super fine, no rubbish in it, does the job. So let's fire it up and get some sand out on this area. So I did just put a sponge in our cup hole to try and get as little sand in there as we can. So that's probably just under half a cube, I would say. That machine holds about, when it's full, about 1/4 cubic metre. That's probably half a cubic metre. Probably would like to put a little bit more down. Property at the moment, so that'll have to do this time. So but yeah, I'll let this dry a little bit, and then we'll push it around, rub it all in, and then get our Maintain mini fertilizer down. So I don't think it'll be too bad. Like I said, I didn't want this to be a heavy top dress. It was more a mix between a dusting and a top dressing, somewhere around there. So I'm okay with this. All right, legends, so that's our sand all down, sand's all rubbed in. Like I said, wasn't a top dress, but wasn't a dusting, somewhere in between there. But it's time to get some fertilizer down. So we've got our LawnPride Maintain Mini here, which is a mini prill fertilizer. It's going to feed for up to 12 weeks, and I'd recommend the mini prill fertilizer over your standard prill size if you're cutting anywhere from 15 mil or lower. I use it on the putting green here, and it's mown at 4 mil, so you can still put it down on those really tight, low mown surfaces. So let's try this down. We've got about 150 square meters roughly here. I know one of our little Scott spreaders holds roughly 2 kilos. So 2 kilos per 100, so we're gonna go 3 kilos. So we'll do 1 full bucket plus a half one. So let's throw this down, get the sprinklers on, and get this watered in. We'll keep plenty of water going over the next week or two to help it recover. But I would say first mow is probably going to be in about five days. This always bounces back really quick. So yeah, we'll be mowing this in probably 5 to 6 days, I would say. Let's get into it. Now, one thing I'll address here too, which may get some questions, we've got the Tahoma 31 Sir Grange sort of around the collar, and then we jump out to a bit of Tiff Tuff here, and then on the back side's T31 again. When I'm fertilising and maintaining this area, I do not treat them any different to each other. Because they're just too hard to separate. So they get fertilised the same, they get mown the same, they get treated the exact same. So most of the times you'd probably treat these turf varieties a little bit different. But here, you know, being that they're in close proximity to each other, we don't treat them any different here. Same fertiliser input, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, 3 kilos of Maintain Mini down. I'm just going to come over here and grab the Wobble Tee sprinkler. So probably one of my main regrets when I done the irrigation here was not putting a dedicated zone just to water the putting green and the fringe area. So essentially our irrigation runs, you know, along this tree line, sort of where the camera's sitting now, and one just back behind me. So if I had to water the sprinkler head that's on the green here, we'd have to water that side as well. So I think one day I probably will change that, but I don't really feel like digging up the yard at the current time. But anyway, these Wobble Tee sprinklers are sort of a low pressure sprinkler. They put out around 4 mil per hour, which all depends on your pressure, but roughly around 4 mil an hour. We want to give this a really good watering. So we'll probably be looking to run this for about, maybe nearly 2 hours here. So, but yeah, let's get it going. Let's see how that should look. Shouldn't be too bad there. Give this a good water in. That should be getting everything. All right, legends, we'll probably wrap the video up there. So there's a bit of a vertimo, a bit of a thin out on the putting green and our fringe as well, and just a bit of a light top dress dusting kind of thing. And we also threw down our maintained mini, which that's going to feed for up to 3 months. So should be good for a while now, and we'll check back in a few weeks and see how the putting green's looking. Have a good day, legends.